Good morning, Crossroads. Um, we're going to have to probably meet like this quite often over the next couple of months or whatever. And so just wanted to let you know that Kevin is on vacation with his family. And so this week you get Angie and I. The goal of this video is to let you know some of the things that are going on and the things that are happening. One of the realities about this virus and everything that's going on with the church is the information we get changes almost daily. And so that's why the need for communication often and uh, and just connection with you all. So we're going to get started. Yesterday, Angie and I spent our morning in a meeting with a bunch of church leaders from around town and a guy by the name of Nick Baldetti, who is the director of Reno County, of the Reno County Health Department. And so, to kind of boil that whole conversation down for you and let you know, there's really two sides of this that your health professionals in this area and in our county specifically are trying to do and accomplish with all of the social distancing and the things that they're asking churches to do. Um, so number one, they're trying to protect people who are most at risk. And really, those are five categories of people. That is the elderly, that is people with uh, who are immunocompromised. That is people with hypertension, diabetes, and heart issues. So that's the first thing they're trying to do is just keep people who are in risk categories safe. The second thing they're trying to do is to keep our healthcare system from reaching capacity. Uh, One of the numbers they gave us yesterday was, if you think about, 40 people in one day flooding to our hospital, what that would do. And not just what it would do for those patients, but what would it do for people with everyday, normal kind of reasons to go to the hospital and all those things. So that's what they're thinking about. All the precautions that are being taken are meant to slow this thing down and protect our healthcare system. They're not really trying to stop people from getting this virus. People are going to get this virus. And in most of us, about 80% of us, it's going to show up like a cold, and you're not going to notice anything. But for the people who are in the risk categories, it can lead to some very severe situations. So that's what's going on. That's what's happening. Um, One of the things that makes this virus uh, tough to deal with is because the symptoms are almost invisible. It's a whole lot like a minor cold until it hits somebody that's in a risk category. So I'm going to let Angie talk to you about the things that our medical professionals are asking us in this county.
Right, so there are some things that you can do to help manage this whole virus situation. And the first thing they're saying is avoid physical contact. That means no hugs, no handshakes, not even fist bumps and elbow bumps. Really just try to maintain um, a distance from people. They're saying at least 6 feet on all sides. So sorry, take a break from all the hugs and handshakes and things. Wave from across the room is a little bit better at this point. Keep 6 feet between people. Make sure you're washing your hands a lot and not just a quick rinse, but wash them good. Use soap, hot water. Spend a good amount of time washing your hands.
Say your ABCs.
Okay, sing your ABCs or Jesus Loves Me. Same tune. Um, don't touch your face. For some of us, this is going to be a hard habit to break, but try not to be touching your face. Use hand sanitizer when you can't wash your hands. Washing hands is a better choice. It actually does a better job of getting the germs and the bacteria off your hands. Um, but if you can't get to a place to wash your hands, use sanitizer. Let it dry. Cover your hands with it. Get in between your fingers and let it dry. Um, but here's something that's really important. As we're talking about social distancing and isolation, it's going to be important for us as a society, as human beings, not to alienate one another, not to cut off contact completely. We're trying to keep viruses from spreading. We're not trying to keep relationships from growing, from being nourished, from being cultivated. So we've got to find a way to balance quality of life with being prudent and being prepared to deal with this virus. So do what you can to maintain relationships without that physical contact. The state right now has mandated that we can't meet in groups of more than 50. This will probably change soon. So, watch our website, watch our social media. We will give you that information as soon as we get it. Try not to get stuck in the gossip that's happening on Facebook and things like that. Listen for good information. Know that the churches in Hutchinson and the surrounding community, we are working together in this effort. This is not something that Crossroads has decided to do on its own. We are working together with other pastors so that we give you one voice, one approach as the community of Christ followers in our community. Most of the churches together in Hutchinson are in agreement that we're not going to meet in large groups on Sunday mornings. We're going to continue to minister to our people in other ways. We are trying to be wise. We're trying to take care of our community. We're trying to take care of you. We're trying to be kind to our medical professionals by reducing the influx of people with this virus into the system. And we're helping them do their jobs better by doing what we can to slow this thing down. Social distancing, we're not asking you to be distant emotionally or spiritually. We're just asking you to keep some good physical distance between people. We do have technology. We're grateful for that. We're grateful that we're learning how to use it better and get contact between us and you through that technology. Our staff here, Daren and Kevin and I, were working hard to be creative in how we use technology. We're going to find ways to bring you contact points with the church, with the community, without that physical together kind of contact. But we are doing what we can to utilize technology to keep church community and cohesion intact.
So there's some things you need to know about Crossroads and how this is impacting us and the things that we're doing. The first thing we want you to know, and I know Kevin would agree with me on this, your elders and your staff, man, we have been meeting, we have been talking about this, we have been praying about this. Nothing we're doing has been done flippantly or just reflexively. No, this has been with intention. Trying to do all the things that Angie just laid out. So just trying to do those things. So please understand that one of the things that's made this situation hard as leadership is just the ever-changing nature of it. At one point, we'll come up with one idea to help a certain set of rules, and then the rules kind of change. And so please understand that those are the dynamics that we're working with, trying to do all the things of honoring our county and our state and our country and God and each other. And so those are things that are working around us as we're trying to move into this. We would also encourage you, just hear me for a second. Church, you don't need permission to do good, right? Just know that, one of the things the medical professional said yesterday, Nick, he said, you're not going to get this thing just walking by people. You want to keep 6 feet from them if you can, but understand, if you can get out and share some love and some connection with your neighbors, this is a great opportunity. I was talking to a friend of mine the other day who just simply said, now is a great time for the church to be sharing the gospel. And so we encourage you to do that. We encourage you to spread the gospel. Get out and serve people who need it. Get out and share the word of the gospel with people who need it. And our world right now needs it. People need to be encouraged. And church, you're God's vessel for that. We're God's vessel for that. We are the dwelling place of the Most High God. So we encourage you, don't be afraid to be the church. Now's a great time to practice what we preach and to live what we claim to be. The other thing that I want to remind you is not to neglect each other. Find ways to connect with each other. Man, if you need help, call the church. If we can't get to you as staff and elders, we will find people in this church that will get to you. There's no reason for you to be hurting, suffering, be it emotional or physical, without help. Your church loves you, and we want to be Christ for you and with you. So please know those things. Connect with each other. Keep an eye on one another. Uh, Fill in those gaps. Uh, yeah. So one of the other things that I need you to know about, just kind of a calendar type of thing, Crave Student Ministries will be meeting tonight. Okay, there's a couple of reasons for this. One of the reasons is it still fits under the 50-person mandate because our group's not above 50. So know that. But also know that the major reason we're going ahead and doing it is because it's probably the last time that we're going to meet together as a youth group physically for a while. And so I need you to know a couple of things about that. I need you to know that we're going to come up with creative ways, just like the church, to connect socially and all of those things. And I'm going to explain a lot of that tonight and kind of tell you where I'm headed and what we're thinking as a ministry. So if you can come tonight, please do. Give us a chance to encourage you. Give us a chance to get you up to date on the information that's coming and that you need to be able to live in community with us in the coming weeks. We are going to be meeting in the auditorium, and we're also going to be practicing good social distancing practices. So please know that, parents, that we'll do everything we can to keep everything sanitized and hands washed and all of those things, and be staying pretty good distance from each other, trying to honor the request of our county. So those are the things that you need to know about Crave Student Ministries this week. Obviously, this week we will be canceling Sunday morning classes, and we will be canceling circle groups for the time being. Again, I'm working diligently with our coaches to find other ways to minister into the lives of our kids. So please know all those things are coming.
Sunday morning is going to look a little bit different for the foreseeable future. So here's what you need to know about Sunday morning worship times. We are going to live stream one service at 9:30 each Sunday morning. Not sure how many weeks we're going to do that yet, but for now, at least looking to the next 3 or 4 weeks, we're going to be down to one service at 9:30. Here's the reasoning behind that. Our guys are here preaching to an empty room. That's kind of a challenging thing. So we're going to give them one time to be there and be present to do that. We're going to combine our worship styles, so I'm going to be putting together a blended worship set. So we'll do some hymns, we'll do some new stuff. It'll be a chance for both groups of us to learn some new music, some different music that maybe we're not used to. So that will be live streamed at 9:30 in the morning. I do encourage you, if at all possible, to hop on and participate with us through that live stream. You're not here with us in the building, but by being there with us at 9:30, you're there with us. You're joining community with us to worship together. We're lifting our voice as a congregation, one voice unified when you're there joining us at 9:30. So please do that. Once service is over, we will get the video of that service uploaded to our website, so it will still be available there. CCCHutch.com will get you there, and you can see those videos. Last week's videos are there for you as well. We're going to put the bulletin online so that you can see all of our announcements, you can see the sermon outline, anything that you would normally see in the bulletin will be there online. I've put a link for you to go on our website and share your prayer requests with us. The link will take you to a little Google form where you just need your name, what you're asking us to pray for, and whether or not you want us to share it beyond just our staff. Know that we will still get together as a staff and pray over those faithfully each week. That's important. We are joining with you in prayer over those concerns. We also encourage you to continue giving. That is an important part of our life as a congregation. I know sometimes the church gets a bad rap for asking for money constantly, and hear our hearts say that's not what we're doing here. But we do need you to continue giving as though you were here in person. We've made it available to you online. You can use a debit card, use a credit card if you need to, but we encourage you not to incur debt to give. But that's there, it's available. You can give online. You can actually give using a text message now. The instructions for that are on our main web page. Or you can mail a check to the church, and you can continue to give that route. The way we do community life, we won't gather in person, but still many of the aspects of our community life still need to keep rolling. We still need to keep praying for one another. We still need to keep giving to the ministry of the church. We still need to keep serving one another and ministering to one another. So we encourage you to stay involved that way as much as you possibly can. Kevin and his family are away for the week, enjoying some time of respite. He will be back in town this weekend, but we ask you to reach out to him beginning Monday if you need to talk to him. In the meantime, Daren and I are both available. If you need to get in contact with one of us, feel free to call us on our cell phones, call us at the church office, however you need to reach out to us, and we will make ourselves available to you.
So again, just to wrap up, here's the things that you need to know. Your church and staff and elders are working really hard to work in conjunction with our state and our county officials. The effort here is to keep you and others safe. We're also trying to protect our medical workers and our medical care facilities and system. You also need to know that when you're out, man, we're just asking you to adhere to safe hygiene practices. Just be smart, be wise, church. Take care of yourself and take care of others. We're also just wanting to let you know that the Church Universal in Hutchinson is trying to act and move in united ways. That we are not trying to act as just separate churches, but we are in conversations with one another, we are in prayer with one another, and we are trying to move as one body of Jesus for the sake of one another, the sake of our community, and the sake of the world and the kingdom. The other thing that you need to know is that social distancing, and I really want you to hear this, social distancing does not and should not mean spiritual distancing. Be present for each other. Be with one another as best you can in these times. Other things you need to know is that Crave Ministries will be meeting tonight. This coming Sunday, we will be having one service. We'll live stream at 9:30. Just asking you to keep an eye on the website because, again, things are changing. Things are changing on us quite constant. So please keep an eye on the website. We'll try to keep it up to date with all of the ins and outs and everything. And also know that if you need anything, we are here. Your elders are here. Your staff is here. We are here for you. Church, what we want you to know is that you're loved by us and you're loved by God. May you go experience His love and be His love. In the name of Jesus Christ, amen. Love you, church. Have a great morning.